just as you have to do in solid wood, or in this case lumber, to get a nice joint or gap-free space between boards, you have to prepare the edges on a jointer. Well, the same thing with veneer. Just because veneer is a whole lot thinner than a piece of 3/4 inch lumber, in this case it's 1/42 of an inch, you can see it's actually, it actually does have a surface, and even a gluing surface to it. So it's it's 90 degrees to it, and it's actually very easy to prepare a jointed edge with veneer. You can do it with a safety razor blade, but you can actually do better with a very simple jig. And for this particular project, though, I really do have to get a really nice tight join line between my two pieces of veneer. In this case, the blue and the gold. You can see that there's a lot of space in this area, and it just doesn't meet very well. So I can do a whole lot better. I want to have the joint line, or the space, the join area between the blue and the gold on this center line. Jointing veneer, it's actually pretty darn simple. I have in this case, a dedicated level. I've used hot melt glue gun, or hot melt glue, to laminate a piece of sandpaper onto the edge, and this edge is 90 degrees to the bottom, so that as I run it across a flat surface, the grit of the sandpaper is going to erode the surface of the veneer nice and straight. Now, it's actually pretty simple to set this up. Hopefully you can follow the concept. I think it sounds pretty straightforward. What I'm going to do is actually hold the veneer, and this board here, this bottom surface, is actually a nice straight edge. I'm going to allow the veneer to hang out just about a 32nd of an inch, and that'll ensure that any deviations, any waviness in that cut line on that veneer will actually be sanded away or braided away by the sandpaper. So you can actually hear I'm able with my finger just to pick it up, using a top piece of wood to hold it down. It's real simple. Just a couple dozen strokes of the sandpaper on there. Doesn't take much. I'm pushing in, by the way, on there. Now, it's kind of hard to tell on the camera there, but there's an actual, you can actually see the actual exposed, where the dye didn't penetrate into this all the way through the veneer. But that's actually a very good sign that I actually have a nice smooth surface in there. But what we'll be telling is when I actually have it joined up with the lemon yellow piece, and this is going to repeat the process on this. The Gaia Bio is kind of a really dense wood, and it's probably going to take a little bit more sanding. I still see there's a little bit grain tear out there that I need to take care of here. So I'm going to pause it right here and finish this up. I think you get the idea. The edges are nice and straight, but really where it's going to tell is when I actually have them oriented adjacent to each other, or where essentially joined together. So with a little bit of carton sealing tape, I'm actually going to stretch a piece across. The tape itself a little stretchy and pulls the tension, it keeps that joint tight. Some pulling towards me in this. I trapped a little bit of debris in there, but for the most part, you can see I have a gapless joint between the yellow and the gold, or yellow and the blue veneer. So that's what I want to have centered on my line. So that'll show visually, you know, a nice alignment on in the lid of the box. So jointing veneer. This packing tape is really not the proper way of holding the two pieces of veneer together. It works temporarily. Just, you know, in this case I was using it to demonstrate. The actual material, if you're in the veneer trade, you have this, it's actually a paper tape. It actually has a little bit of a wet or adhesive on it. I think it's called fish glue. But essentially it just moistens like an old-fashioned postage stamp, and as it shrinks, it pulls the joint tight. So this is the proper, or at least the method I use to join two pieces of veneer, because this is the face side. This is the side you're going to see. The reverse side is going to have the adhesive to it. Now this side looks awful lot like the other side. I just went ahead and prepared both sides just in case I had to screw up on one side or the other, since this is actually just veneer. But this will be where the adhesive is applied to. This is the face side. Pretty straightforward. Just ensure that the two pieces are pulled together. And the tape, it dries rigid. That's one thing you want to make sure that actually when this dries, again, it shrinks a little bit and it pulls that joint line a little bit tighter together. Be careful with that packing tape. It'll actually pull some of the wood fibers off. And then to remove this veneer tape, you actually have to re-moisten it to cause the adhesive to release. It actually, again, it dries rigid. Whereas rubber, like rubber cement, always it's a flexible adhesive. Whereas this is actually again, a rigid adhesive. All right. Trying to do this real quick to keep the video short. You want to make sure that it's a gap-free line so that no adhesive wicks through to the surface and mars your surface, so that you have a bad adhesion with any top coat finish. But that's what you're looking for, is a join line. So I got this prepared so that when I go to press this veneer flat onto the surface, it'll actually be joint together, and I don't have to worry about adjusting it readjusting or getting the veneers oriented in correct order. It'll actually be treated as a single piece.